Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over the different rhythm values, and this is just a cover page here, and we'll get right into it. So this is what we call a measure. So you see right here from the beginning over to here is a measure, right here to here is a measure, and here to here is a measure. We're kind of looking at this middle one here, and these are the notes that we're going to take a look at. These are regular notes. These are quarter notes, by the way, and these are rests. We're going to take a look at rests too. And so again, that is what we call a measure, a segment where we put in notes. Then here is right here. See 4/4. That's called time signature. So we got 4/4 and 3/4. Really, what we're worried about is the top one, the top four. That tells us there's 4 beats per measure. So you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. The bottom one means that each quarter note receives 1 beat. You don't really have to worry about that as much. Later on we get more complex time signatures. Then we'll look at that a little bit more closer. So really, the most common ones are 4/4 and 3/4. 3/4 is simply 3 beats per measure. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's if you see 3/4 over here. But this is 4/4, so it's going to be 4 beats per measure. So that is how that all works. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the different rhythmic values. So this one, you got this little filled in circle with a stem. That's a quarter note. And that's worth a quarter of a measure. And you got, think of it as like a measure being $1. You got 4 quarters in the dollar. So it works the same way. A measure, you got 4 quarters in the measure. So 4 quarter notes. And yeah, you just count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you'll be hitting every single one. Now we got a half note here. That is worth a half a measure. So if one measure is worth 4 beats, a half a measure would be 2 beats. So this is worth 2 beats, and that means because you have to equal 4 beats per measure, you only have 2 half notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is a half note. Whole note, pretty simple. Whole note gets the whole measure. You play it once and just count down to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You just hit on the ones and just let it ring out. That's really it. That's how the note values go. And then here's like an example. Here's a rhythmic value of quarter notes. You just 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to play every single one. Half notes. There you go. You're going to play on beats 1 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're only going to hit it that first one. Let it ring over beat 2. Then you're going to hit beat 3. Let it ring over beat 4. And finally, as far as notes go concerned, we have our whole note. You hit it once, and it's count out 4 beats. And then, before I show you on the guitar, we got these rests. These lines right here are like your staff lines. Let me see. Go back here. And we'll go over here. See these lines right here? That's a staff line. And then when we go to the rest, these lines are that's staff line. So this one, a whole note rest, we have our staff line and then this box that's hanging underneath the staff line. So you can think of it, good way to think of it is whole note is really heavy, so it's just hanging down from the staff line. And again, that rest means you're going to stop it from ringing. So if you have a whole note rest, you can be playing something in a certain measure, and then the next measure has a whole note rest. You'll be playing and say 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop it from ringing, and then count out 1, 2, 3, 4, because it has to stay silent for those 4 beats. That's what rests mean. You have to stop it from ringing. And you got to make sure you do it right on the beat, not before, not after. So the next one is a half note rest. And you can think of this as, yeah, of course, it's worth 2 beats. Same as these are all the same as the notes, but these you just stop it for the note value instead of playing it. So this is a half note rest, and it's half as heavy, and so it's lighter, so it's floating above the line. So if you think about that, the box is floating above the line. It's not as heavy as the whole note rest. Then yeah, it can kind of help you maybe. And so that is your half note rest. You're gonna say you're playing on beat 1, 2. You go play 1, 2, and then a rest. You stop it on beat 3, and don't play it again. You're gonna hold it for over beat 3 and 4 with no sound. And finally, I call this the little squiggly line. This is the quarter note rest, and you're just gonna stop it for 1 beat. So you could be play on beat 1, stop on beat 2, play on beat 3 and 4. Yeah, you just stop it for 1 beat, and that's it. So yeah, so that's this part. So if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'll go ahead and show you on the guitar.